Welcome guys, I'm HOJ, and in today's video we'll be doing another 5 standard best of 1 games on ladder with the Boros Mobilize deck I've been working on. So here is the deck with all of the new cards that I was kind of hoping to add into it. And before we jump in, I believe we are currently at around 249 Mythic. So it's been doing well. Haven't had a chance to play with the new cards too much, but we'll get into it here in just a second. In the link you're going to see in the description you'll see a link for all of my playlists, all of the win rate statistics, and also the deck at moxfield.com. And then a link if you'd like to subscribe. If you like this kind of content and you want to see more. Okay, so the new cards that we added in was 1 copy of Suki, Courageous Rescuer, which is a legendary human warrior ally for 2 white and 1 other, which is a 2/4, and other creatures you control get +1/+0. And whenever another permanent you control leaves the battlefield during your turn, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. So with Mobilize, this should be pretty good. That's the hope. The other cards we added was 2 copies of Abandoned Air Temple. This is one of the new lands from the new set. I ended up cutting 1 Dalkovan Encampment and 1 Sunbillow Verge to make room for it, but it is a land that taps for 1 white, and it enters tapped unless you control a basic land. You can also pay 1 white, 3 other, and tap it to put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. You can do this at instant speed, which is cool. What else have we got? We have 4 copies of Firebender Ascension. This is the card that I think I'm most excited about here. So it's an enchantment for 1 red and 1 other. When this enchantment enters, create a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1. And Firebending is whenever it attacks, you add 1 red mana, and it lasts until end of combat. So if you had Firebending 2, it would be 2 red mana, so on and so forth. Whenever a creature you control attacking causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, put a quest counter on this enchantment. Then if it has 4 or more quest counters on it, you may copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. So this is going to trigger off of all of the tokens that you make with Firebending. It's also going to trigger off of Mobilize from Voice of Victory, from Stadium Headliner, from the trigger for Descendant of Storms to Endure. It's going to trigger off of Arabella Abandoned Doll. It's going to trigger off of Battle Cry from Sanguine Evangelist. It'll trigger off of Anim Pakal. And I think that might be it. But yeah, so a fair amount of triggers here. I'm excited to see how it performs. Let's go ahead and hop into the games. Hey guys, HOJ here. I just wanted to let you know I have now enabled memberships and also super thanks on my channel. So if you'd like to become a member, either at the dedicated level or at the night level, here's exactly how you do it. You just click on join, and then it'll ask you which level you'd like to select. At the dedicated level, you get early access to all of my new videos for just 99 cents a month. And then at the night level, you get early access to all of my new videos, and you also get a shout out on my new videos as a supporter showing your name. And then if you are unable to become a member, also the night level is $1.99 a month. If you are unable to become a member and you just want to help support me on a one-time basis, you can go ahead and click on the thanks button. So if you click on these 3 little dots, it'll open up the option for the thanks or super thanks. Click on that, and then if you want to donate on a one-time basis, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you'd like to donate, I would greatly appreciate it. And I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for helping me support this passion of mine. So, all right, back to the video. Also, let me know in the comments, guys, if you would like to see a draft of the new set. I've done a couple drafts, have not had them recorded on camera. but I'm just curious if that's something you guys, is the kind of content you'd like to see, so let me know. All right, opening hand looks great. We've got mana, stuff to do. We can go ahead and keep. We'll lead out here with Mountain for Stadium Headliner. I know there have been a couple infinite combos going around with kind of graveyard interaction from the new set, so maybe we'll see some of that stuff on the other side of the field. Okay. Let's go for Guardian here, and then we can push for 3. So Stomping Ground, this could be like maybe the Gruul Delirium deck. Have to wait and see. Or maybe kind of a sort of similar version of what we're trying to do here. I think we probably just want to go for Evangelist. We can get in for some damage here, and then set up for double Frontline Rush next turn. Surprised they didn't block the 1/1. Okay, I think they just realized that. Okay, another Voice. And Seam Rip probably on Guardian, I would imagine. So I think, yeah, we just double Frontline Rush here. Actually, hang on a second. Oh no, we don't want this to be a plains. Ah, that's a mistake. I meant to make that a red. Crap. I don't think it really matters, because we just go for Encampment here for 2 extra attackers. But yeah, that could have been a little different. All right, we'll make our Evangelist. Let's see if they block 2. They block these 2. This will be 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they're dead. Okay, so that works. Okay, so it didn't end up mattering, but should have made this into a mountain so we could double rush. All right, 1-0. I still haven't seen Firebending or Firebender Ascension in play yet, so I'm excited to see if we can get it going. Opening hand is okay. Yeah, no 1-drop, but happy to keep. We'll lead out with Multiversal Passage for red. Into Arabella. Okay, it's an okay pickup. We can Frontline Rush here. I think we do it main phase to hit them for more. But if he wants to split up, he can do that. Okay, there's Firebender Ascension. How do we want to do this? We might want to play around board wipe, so maybe we just go for Dalkovan Encampment. We could also do Firebender Ascension and then hold back Frontline Rush in case he board wipes. I guess I like that a little more, just in case he doesn't have it. Entity tracker, sure. Okay, we can get rid of that. I think probably we could use Frontline Rush on it if we wanted to. We could also do Shelter by Ghost post combat or just wait. I think we do want to get rid of this here because this leads me to believe he doesn't have board wipes. So I think we'll get rid of it. Yeah, that's going to do it. Two and 0. All right, opening hand looks good. We've got stuff to do. No 2-drop, but I like it. I guess we could go Shelter by Ghosts here if they play something. And if we can get this to stick around, we can go for Anim Pakal. Oh, that's nice. Okay, they've got removal for Anim Pakal. Could potentially have counters. I still think we go for Evangelist here because we can't leave 2 mana up to play around any kind of counter spell. So let's attack first and see what they do. Then I think we'll do Evangelist. Now we've got a decent setup unless they board wipe here, but even if they board wipe, we can we're left with a bat for Dalkovan Encampment. So like Ill-Timed Explosion is probably potentially what they have if they're going for a board wipe. We could go for Voice to stop any kind of funny business, and then we could Sheltered by Ghosts. Let's see. So if we just Encampment, I guess the real question is, do we think they can board wipe next turn? Because we don't kill them this turn. I think we just go for Encampment here. Okay, so they eat the Sharpshooter. Man, Accumulated Wisdom is pretty great, though. That was pretty nasty. Okay, so now they're probably holding up counters. I think we go for Voice and see if we can get it to stick, so we can turn off spells. Sure. Okay. Problem here is that they can probably cast another spell on their turn. I'm sort of wondering if we want to like wait until next turn to Shelter by Ghost if they don't kill our Voice. Have to be a little careful here. We could do like one Sheltered by Ghost because we've got 2 left. So if they want to like, maybe we do Sheltered by Ghost on the token to force them to deal with that. I kind of like that a little bit. I guess they could have Bounce, but if they have like, yeah, like Boomerang is pretty bad, obviously. But I think just because we have so much mana, okay, and they've still got tons of action here. Yeah, Accumulated Wisdom is amazing. But we might have them here. Yeah, that should do it. All right, 3-0. Yeah, Accumulated Wisdom makes that deck really pretty nasty. All right, opening hand looks good. We've got stuff to do to land. Question is if we want to lead out with Headliner or Descendant. I think probably Headliner since we have Guardian. All right, since they have Elves, I was thinking of playing Arabella this turn, but since they've got Elves, I think we want to be able to attack past it. Sometimes green decks are happy to trade, so I think we're just going to play it safe here and go for Guardian. Okay, so here's the Delirium deck. Yeah. Okay, now I think we attack and use Frontline Rush to kind of get around their stuff unless they decide not to block. I think that's the play. We could also go Arabella here. The problem is that then we will only have, let's see, we could make this a 2-2, then we could make one of them a 3-3, but not necessarily the right one. So I think this plays around it a little better. Okay, and they are wise that we potentially have tricks. So now I think let's just lay Arabella. Craterhoof, oh wow. This is probably using the new card because like things that tap for mana can tap for extra, which is pretty amazing. So now we could go for Sanguine Evangelist. I kind of like going double spelling here, though, Descendant plus Frontline Rush. I think let's put a point on Headliner here. Okay, we'll change the triggers so we get the extra hit from Arabella. Let's make Guardian a little bigger here. Kind of curious what they've got here. Maybe they have like Snakeskin Veil, something like that. Not really sure what's going on. Sure. We could hit them for another 5 so we get them to 1. Fortunately, they see that we could only get them to 1. So I guess let's just let it ride and then see what they do. Potentially use this for blockers if they can kind of go off. Do we need to kill their guys? They have 3, 6. They need 8 mana for Craterhoof. We'll leave Headliner open just in case. I think the Badger Mole Cub is what they're looking for. Okay, so yeah, they don't quite have enough. All right, 4-0. Opening hand looks okay. We have, I guess, 1-drop, 3-drop. Banded Air Temple. I guess we could Pain for 2 so we could get this in play untapped at some point. Otherwise, we just go Inspiring Vantage here. I think I'm just going to go for Vantage right now. We can always do that later. What does this do? Oh, this is the Landfall. How does this thing work? Okay, if you 4 or more birds. Cool. Okay. I think we just get rid of the token since we got nothing else to do. Ooh, Hydra is nasty. Okay, we gotta... Ooh, Hydra can be really nasty. Now we can go for Delney. We could kill it now. This potentially could just take us out of the entire game if we don't deal with it immediately. It's a shame to just give away our headliner, but I think we might have to. Definitely would slow us down a little bit, but if this thing gets going, like, we could just lose the game on the spot. Yeah, I think we probably have to kill this. Alright, now we can play Multiversal Passage for red. Yeah, that is just too dangerous of a threat. Okay, now let's go for Evangelist, and then we could go for Delney. Oof, this is gonna be a little rough. I think we gotta take it. Oh, wait a second. This was supposed to be... Oh, it's a basic land. I thought it was going to be untapped. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't think it functionally matters. Yeah, I guess we could have done these two. That would have been good. All right. So I guess we'll just do these instead. Alright, so let's get in. Gotta try to race him here. They probably block the Chocobo, but that's fine. Whew. Is that thing a Chocobo? No. Oh, but it is a bird. Oh my god. Holy Lord. Okay, that was completely out of hand. Barts and Boko. Affinity for birds. Wow. That is insane. Alright, so we're taking 15, 18. I don't think there's any possibility we win here, but I think we just don't block and just see what we draw. Man, that was just completely wild. Yeah, unfortunately, don't quite have enough to get there. We can push for 4. That's about it. Man, that was a wild game. All right, so unfortunately, did not get there. But 4-1, still pretty happy. Maybe the way to win that game was just like keep the foot on the pressure and like not sack. I think maybe just kind of getting scared of their potential huge creature. I mean, then again, that could have stolen the game, but maybe that's how we win, is just go for the quick victory there. All right, let's take a look at the stats. All right, so overall here for the current and previous set, so this deck is at 55% win rate, 66% on the play, 46% on the draw, 167 wins and 135 losses. 81 versions of the deck. Now, I'm just going to change it here to just the, with the current set. So just the updated. It's not going to be nearly as much data here, but we are currently 6-1 with this version. So 86% win rate, 100% on the play, 67% on the draw. So you can kind of look at the different bits of data here. And the deck has changed a lot of times over the course of the deck, but I'm very happy with it and would love to see some more games with Firebender Ascension. I think it could be pretty good, so we will see in the next one. Thanks guys again for watching, and we will see you next time.